Dr. Narayan, good morning. Apollo Hospital last 2 days have been really decent for the counter, but we are not seeing a formation of long position yet in futures segment. What's your call over here?
Well, I think Apollo Hospital is not one of those frontline trading stocks, and it comes to life periodically, stays afloat for a few days, and then generally drops out of the radar of most people. I think it's about to do that again because recently it had a bout of declines, which brought the prices down into some sort of a support zone, and which is reasonably well defined and in line with the deemed support zone. Demand has been forthcoming, and yesterday as well as day before yesterday, both the days price action was quite robust. So it does seem like the demand is persisting across the sets of days, and therefore I would think that continuation of the price till about 1180 to 1195 would be possible. So with that in mind, recommending a day's trade at least at the current price of 1165, maintaining a 12 to 15 rupees stop loss.
Kunal, Kotak Bank this series, and especially last 6-7 trading sessions have seen decent momentum. But if I have to see futures data, open interest has almost doubled in this January series. Do you think that momentum will be so strong that stock would move above this previous high of 1100 and move higher substantially?
I think it's very much possible, Siddharth, that the stock should break out of this 1100 mark in lieu of all the banking stocks or the private banking stocks which have already given signs and sort of obliged this breakout. So I'm sensing that even Kotak Bank would do that, at least in terms of the short term and the slightly positional play parameters. But also I think you have to remember that this is a low beta stock, so it goes into slow trends, but those trends are very robust, and I think that's more important part. So if you see any time a chunk of volume which is on the higher side and the prices move in sync with the volume indications, then you see a start of a decent enough and stable uptrend, and that is what I'm sensing for Kotak Bank even at current levels, which is why I'm suggesting a buy 1120 as a target, stop loss at 1050.
Manas, BHL of late has this habit of giving that one-day big spike and then momentum fizzles out. And yesterday we did see that big spike. Volumes are good, 8% rise in OI. You think this time it would be different and stock would continue the momentum?
Siddharth, there is some sign of reversal on the charts in BHL, especially in short term, because now the stock has started making higher tops and higher bottoms. In last 5-6 trading sessions, we have seen almost 10 rupees correction, but stock took support near to 50-day moving average. And yesterday we saw a big candle, and stock has broken the resistance of 104. So I think definitely for very short term you can take a trade here. You should keep the stop loss below 100 rupees, and the target would be around 112.
To Reliance, Dr. Narayan, Reliance is a buy. No one would be surprised that why it's a buy. It's a breakout. But how far you anticipate this move to continue?
Well, I think the breakout has been achieved after quite a considerable amount of sideways consolidation. And I think this breakout will be powered not only by the stock's momentum, but also the fact that there is substantial amount of call short positions. When I checked maybe yesterday, there was nearly about 1 crore shares of short calls at the money and slightly above the money, going up till 980 calls and 1000 calls. And I think the ranging action invited a lot of call shorts at higher levels. These I think would definitely come in for squaring up, and that should fuel the momentum even further. My expectation is that in this current up move, Reliance has potential to roll on till about 1025, and that's going to be aided by the pretty stellar Q3 result numbers also. So at 970 right now, I think it's almost a very, very low risk and a high probability trade for a long position to be created. A 10 rupees to 12 rupees kind of stop loss could be maintained. Yesterday's low I think was about 959, so we can keep a stop slightly beneath that.
Certainly, Reliance is in strong momentum breakout, as Dr. Narayan is suggesting. As far as options data is concerned, he's pointing out that 980, 1000 call option, 1020 call option has a lot of open interest. But that open interest would go off without any hesitation because you're just 3 days away from expiry, taking today's day also into consideration. Kunal, you are repeating your buy call in Siemens.
Yes, Siddharth. So rationale also remains the same. It's a bullish flag sort of a pattern on the daily charts. The stock managing to take support around the 200 moving average since last 1 week odd, and in that choppiness, in a small range, and if the breakout happens on the upside of that range, it indicates that it's just a consolidation, and the stock is trying to sort of go through a time-based correction. That's what I think the Siemens price chart is indicating. After that breakout, the stock had seen yesterday, I believe it should be ready for one more round of upside. So suggesting a buy, 1355 as a target, stop loss at 1300.
Siemens is a buy. It's a repeat call which Kunal has been suggesting since last few trading session. And Manas, finally, Reliance again from you. Your target seemed to be 20 rupees higher than Dr. C.K. Narayan. What makes you more bullish?
Siddharth, the way stock gave a breakout, I think 3 months back when it broke the resistance of 825, that was 2008 high. So I think if you want to set a target for a little bit long term, say around 6 to 8 months time, then definitely you can set the target of around 1250 or maybe 1260. But on the short term charts, when it has given a breakout above 950 because it took almost 3 months to break 950, I think the stock has potential to test around 1050, maybe 1075. So for next 2 to 3 trading sessions, I think you can set the target of around 1010, and stop loss here should be 950.